Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Essex Wolves Esports YouTube channel. That was a bit of a mouthful. I am, in fact, faceless currently. I'm in a bit of a transition period with moving the setup and whatnot. But we'll get back to that. That's a story for a different day. Today, we are going to be looking at the Mandela effect in gaming. Now, what we mean by that is we're going to be looking at games that we used to play and we thought, oh, yeah, these games are so good. And we've played them in recent times and actually realised they're not as good as we thought. So, of course, today I am joined by Larry and Peach. Guys, thank you for joining me for this video.
No worries.
Always a blast hanging out with you guys.
Who wants to kick it off first? Who's got their... I think Larry's got more examples than me and Peach put together, no doubt.
Probably. No, probably. So I'll probably put mine. No, just in case anyone gives an example, I'll give an example of a Mandela effect. The most famous ones I think I talked about are the old ones from the NES days. So anyone watches like the rant videos, so AVGN, Irate Gamer, most of those will be under the Mandela effects, like Ghostbusters, Castlevania, and all of that. That will be under that because at the time they didn't think of anything better. But now they think it's terrible, sort of thing. That's an example of a Mandela effect of a video game. Okay, so for me, I've got I think to be honest, a franchise sticks out to me, which I think everyone sort of knows now. So I'm not gonna. I'll leave that for a second. So the one I came up with is I must be honest. I think at the time I adored and I played a lot of, and I must be honest, I played with my friend, like my family, with it a bit. And now I think it was terrible. Even now, I think even like I've watched reviews of it recently, and even I have to admit it had so much potential, and it was wasted. And that has to be PlayStation All Stars.
Yeah, fair point.
Like, just in case anyone forgets what that was the PlayStation Super Smash Bros. Game that went on PlayStation 3. It was I wouldn't say it wasn't even a clone. It's not like Nickelodeon or the new what is it, Paramount Battle Royale? What it's called?
Paramount.
No, isn't it Nickelodeon one?
No, there's a Nickelodeon one, and then there's that new Paramount one coming out.
Oh, I don't know.
What is with Paramount coming out with so much shit lately?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I'm trying to figure that out.
No, it's the one with like you have Batman and you have Shaggy, and then there's like
yeah,
that one.
Yeah, multiverse. Yeah, the multiverse. That game where it's a complete clone with the percentage and everything with the fighting style. This was literally trying to be its own thing with like this whole kind of special effects, but it just, I mean, like I've played Smash Bros now, and I just love that the whole system. I've played Nickelodeon All Stars. I love that because it's similar to Smash. Even the story, even I must admit, was just cutscenes. Apart from the final boss, which was a very clever Easter egg, I will admit that was a terrible final boss. And the characters, they added 2 new characters and maps, and that was it. They've never done it since. It was a complete and utter flop. I just don't see it as a game that is any good now. I mean, I know probably Peach hasn't played it, but did you ever play it, John?
I did, and you know what? If I'm honest, I didn't really enjoy it back then either. But I could imagine even playing it now, especially as we've had, at least 3 good Super Smash Bros. Games,
and clones, and
then
the clone ones. Yeah.
There's another one that it's free to play, Brawlhalla. Even that.
Yes, that's a really good one.
Yeah, I really enjoy that. But yeah, PlayStation All Stars, it wasn't for me back then, and even now I can't imagine I'd enjoy it very much.
No, the other one, I have to be honest, is a franchise, as I said. FIFA. I cannot get into FIFA anymore.
I cannot disagree with that.
I don't know if that's an age thing. I don't know if that's just FIFA being like getting worse over time, which I do partly believe it is. Because I know at a time I used to love playing FIFA. I had FIFA 4, 6, 7, 9, 11, 13, 14, 16. I used to buy them a couple of times, and now I can't stand them. Partly because I'm not a fan of Ultimate Team, and I've always not been a fan of Ultimate Team, and it just feels like the gameplay and the management mode. I got bored of it. Same with the Beer Pro, which I used to love. I enjoyed the story mode, the journey. I love the journey. But when I think after the journey vaulted, it just went downhill. I mean, Volta was nice. It's just, and the story is okay, but it's just, they've just not, I think everyone says, like, they have not done anything. I mean, with the Switch port, it's even worse. They haven't actually done anything since probably, I don't know how long ago. Because it's literally the same game as the last one, which was the same game as the last one, which was the same game as the last one, which was the same game as the last one. It's just updated kits and players and own overalls. That's it. They haven't changed it. But I presume, I presume, John, you can probably agree to that to somewhat.
Yeah, I mean, but going back to, like you said, the older FIFAs, I will still sometimes boot up I've got some of them on GameCube. I will still boot up the PS2 and still play them. And I will still enjoy them. But, you know, like you say, it's, I don't know, I can't get into them and put hours in like I used to.
No.
I play one or two and I'm just like, yeah, I'm bored now.
No, I think I may know where it sort of went downhill for me. I can probably name it. Because I agree. I still love FIFA 04. I still love FIFA 07. I still own those games because I love them too much. But I think it sort of went downhill with FIFA 13 when it was a buggy mess and it had so many issues.
Yeah.
And then 14 came out and they did that whole scouting. You couldn't tell who the overalls are. And I was like, oh, God, don't bother. I'd rather just go and look them up, sort of thing, which is in its own thing, a difficulty in itself. And it was after that. I mean, don't get me wrong, Journey was fine. It's just after that, I just felt they were just hiding stuff, and I felt I was losing my interest. But after that point, sort of.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
So, funnily enough, this actually ties into the game I'm going to talk about today. It's kind of, I'd call it a spin-off from the FIFA series because they don't really class it as one of the like FIFA games, but it's FIFA 06 Road to the World Cup. So, yeah, they don't really count that as a FIFA.
What is the difference between that? What is the difference? Genuinely, what is the difference?
You know what? So the gameplay between any FIFA and that specific game is so different. And for me, that's why I used to love FIFA 06 Road to the World Cup. Like, I've played it very recently. I used to play it at least every year. I've switched it on and I've played it. And it's an old game, you know, all it is international teams. But the gameplay is just so different. And you think, yeah, you know what? That's kept me coming back just to experience that gameplay and the graphics. But for some reason this year, I've played it. Actually, it might not have even been this year. It might have been last year. I streamed it.
I think it was last year. I think you have said about this. I think it was last year.
And I hated it. And nothing's changed. The game obviously hasn't changed. But I don't know. I could not get into it. I'm streaming it and I'm watching like the stream time and I'm thinking, I want to hit an hour at least and then I'll bail on it because I just was not enjoying it. And I can't figure out why.
Have you? I mean, did you ever try the 2014, the Brazil one? Because I actually quite like that.
Yeah.
I thought
See, that's good.
That was nice.
And
I also like the radio stations. That kept it going.
And even the FIFA 06 World Cup game itself, brilliant. I still play that now. I've played that this year. I've got it on GameCube, I believe, or PS2. I've got it on one of them. I've played that this year, and I've literally just sat there, played through the whole World Cup campaign. Fantastic. Massively enjoyed it. But I used to purposely play this Road to the World Cup game after I got bored of every year's FIFA. And I've put it on when I streamed it, and I was just like, yeah, no, I can't do it anymore. And it's literally just, I was going to say sitting here gathering dust, but I'm pretty sure I've got rid of it now. Oh, no, it's still sitting there. But yeah, it's on my list of games that I'm going to end up getting rid of. But yeah.
So what about you, Peach?
Honestly, not going to lie. For me, Injustice is slowly becoming one of them.
That surprises me.
What is that, the fighting game?
Yeah, the DC one.
Is that the original one?
Injustice Gods Among Us. I used to have so much fun playing that. And then with Injustice 2, it's just like, why are you bringing... No. And then the fact that I stopped enjoying it. And it's one of the things that really saddens me because that was one of the games my brother and I would enjoy harassing each other with. And we would go online and play against each other every year. And then it's just gotten to where it's just like, what happened? This game has gotten so predictable, and it's just like slowly losing the fun.
No, I would say because I got things. And when they did I would have to know because I do see the point because I've got both of them, and I got was it the Game of the Year version when they did it when they gave the freebies on PS4?
Yeah.
And I mean, graphically, it's nowhere near. It's not as good. It's not good. I mean, the story was a bit okay. I mean, there's a good amount of characters, but even I must admit, the Infamous 2, well, not Infamous. The second one was so. I love the customizing of like the colors, the customization, and the graphics. My lord, it was great, and the facials were amazing. I mean, yeah, Injustice.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not. I would say Injustice League.
My
2
heart. It hurts
Justice
my
League 2
heart
is
seeing
better.
that.
But no, I must be honest. I mean, then again, I actually personally prefer the second one because the story was a lot better and the the graphics were amazing. And
I enjoyed playing Nightwing. Nightwing was one of my favorites. And then you bring Damien into the second one. It's like, you backstabbing motherfucker. It's like, no, I can't play the Nightwing I want to because they have Damien.
No.
And
because then he did that because then they did like a Nightwing robbing thing in the second game.
Yeah, using Damian Wayne.
Yeah, I remember that. That was even I was like, that's not. Hang on.
Like,
that's not. Firstly, that's not the costume. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that ruined it.
Literally, yeah. The story in the second game is all over the place.
I mean, the story for
the second game is absolutely. It's about as complex as the freaking multiverses.
But you can never diss the graphics. The graphics are amazing on it.
Oh yeah, no, the graphics are really good. Great.
Yeah. Okay. Here's a question: have you ever had it the other way around?
You know what? Off the top of my head, I know I have got some, but I can't think of any.
I can think of one Nintendo game that matches that description.
Go on.
Which is?
And that was the Superhero Squad game.
Oh, is that the one that was on the Wii U?
No, Nintendo DS.
No, I don't think I know it.
Superhero Squad, did you say?
Yes. Not the Infinity Gauntlet, just the original Superhero Squad. It's one where you would have to go around battling AIM as certain characters.
Oh, yeah, I can see it. Yeah, okay. Okay, that's interesting.
And I used to watch that show so much as a kid, too. And over time, my siblings and I just got bored of it, and it looked like the graphics quality just like plummeted as well.
No, for me, no, the one game that it's more actually. There's 3 games that come into my mind when it happens to me, and that's WRC. Oh, yeah, WRC 5, 6, and 7. And it's happened to me recently. I hated them. I didn't like the way they're handled. I mean, graphically, I always knew they weren't going to be amazing, but I just didn't like the way they're handled. But since the new games have come out, I've actually now loved those ones more, and I've actually bought them for I don't know, it was like £4 or £5 for the lot from a bundle, and I just love playing them because they're so much easier to play than the new ones and shorter. Because a lot of the new ones are like 25-mile race stage. I'm not doing that. So it's just easier. So I play the other ones, and they're a lot more better. I mean, for me, I know there are probably other games I've done that with. I know, but what about you, John? Is there any games you've had the reverse?
You know what? Yeah, I've had a little think. There's 2, and I think one of them is going to really upset people, and one of them I've been quite outspoken about recently. Anyway, one of them is Fortnite because I used to hate Fortnite.
I'm with you on this.
I went through such a long time of not playing it, and then it was only with you guys that, or I can't remember who I jumped on with.
I think it was me and Chris.
Yeah, it was you first because we done that tournament, or we was going to do a tournament, and we started practicing. And when we started playing, I was like, you know what? I'm kind of getting back into this. And you know what? I'll say it now. I'm an avid fan of Fortnite. I enjoy it.
No, do you know what? I think I know why. And it's the same probably thing with me. I think the controls felt different when I played on the Switch, and I was getting better. But it's the one thing which I think a lot of people now hate Fortnite 4. Zero build.
Oh yeah, but I mean, even before that,
helped.
because when we started playing, they still had building in it, but hardly
That's true.
anyone was building. So I think that was quite nice. I think like when I
think everyone was
first
just getting so
Fortnite,
annoyed with people just going like everything
exactly.
going around. Like it's serious, like you just see me, you can just like pop a rocket launcher, go, pop, and then you see them going, ah!
Yeah.
You're like,
but yeah, I don't know what it. But yeah, I think like you said, the controls felt different as well. And I think when I played it on Switch, because it was when I first got it, and I just wanted to download some free games to actually have something to play. I kind of got a bit into it then, but nothing too much. But yeah, since that fateful day we were supposed to compete, I've really got back into it.
and what was the other one?
The other one, I think people might get upset about this, but the other one's actually Skyrim.
Seriously?
I couldn't get into it. I was so bored, like just playing it. And this was when it first come out as well. I played it and I was just like, yeah, no, this isn't for me. And I think I've ended up owning a copy of every single re-release since, just to be like, oh, I'll try and get back into it now.
No, I've got it worse than that. I have it worse than that because obviously I bought it through Steam, so I have two variations, but technically 3 variations of the same game. It's just like why? But no, do you know what? I think there's a reason. I would say there's a lot of this, and I think some people might say the same with that for Fallout.
Yeah.
And there is simply one reason: the grind.
Oh,
and the difficulty.
And that's just not me. I'm not into them kind of games.
No, that's why I deliberately, most of the time, I buy them through PC, especially with Skyrim. I play that because I can command code the flipping thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And just make it a lot more easier. I mean, I haven't done it with Fallout, although I've got the cheat for it on the mods on the Fallout 4, but I've never used it because it disables the achievements. I'm like, okay, I won't do that. And then I'll go as far as that, then go to all the command codes and go, okay, just give me that thing. But no, but there's one thing I think, even if you're not a fan of the game, you cannot deny the music is epic and some of the best out there.
No, it is 100%. And yeah, even from first like playing the game to now, the music's always been really good. But I just could not get into it. But yeah, all of a sudden, I've enjoyed it recently. I can't lie.
I mean, that's kind of with me with Halo Infinite. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I can imagine. I remember your disdain for it when it first came out.
Yeah.
I mean, at least the odd multiplayer is free to play. That's the only good thing about it.
I don't hate the multiplayer. There's times it aggravates me.
It's just the microtransactions in it. It's just annoying.
God, I hate that.
The hackers.
Like, why would you do that with a game? It's like, honestly.
I mean, it's not as bad as I mentioned in another vid about BMW, but that's another story for another day.
Yep. Nope. Fair. But
you know what I'm
honestly,
about, John?
playing with you guys, I had way too much fun.
Let's just say BMW decided to now try to add monthly based subscriptions on some of their parts of their car.
What the? Why?
Yeah. BMW being BMW.
Yeah, fair. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, but no. Any other game, like any games you got? Before we end the video, can we pick like anyone else think of like as Mandela?
I can't agree with the Fortnite one though. I despised it.
Yeah, I did.
And then playing with Craig, it was like, oh my god, it was funny.
I'm trying to think of other ones I've done. Either reverse or, I mean, reverse. I've done that a few times, but then actually, no, I could probably add Grid 2019 into that now. Yeah, I hate that game now. Partly because it's boring, bland, and Legends is basically what 2019 should have been.
Yeah.
But
actually, no, I can say the same for Halo 3 ODST now, actually, because it's kind of fun.
That's the thing, because I would actually. That's the thing, because I would say there are games now that may have been hated, but then the new release got like, why would they like that? Like Battlefield 4.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because the game was a mess when that came out. I mean, there were court cases over that. And now you look at Battlefield 5, Battle 2142, whatever it's called, and they were like, why can't it be like Battlefield 1? Why can't it be like Battlefield 4?
Yeah, 100%.
And that, I mean, and that's my point. There are, I mean, games like that. I mean, yeah. So that's my point.
Yeah, that's a very good point actually. Yeah, I think playing the new Battlefield, you kind of wish to be playing anything but
Anything else?
literally. It's
Same with Call of Duty, really.
Awful.
Same with Call of Duty as well.
Actually, yeah, fair enough. Okay, that's a good addition. So I had Call of Duty Cold War when it first came out. Pretty sure I played it
That's a
once
really good
and then got
example.
rid of it. And then Alex brought up about doing zombies on it, made me rebuy it when we was in CEX that time, and then I've enjoyed it ever since.
No, I actually have to agree because I've played a lot. I have to be honest, I've played a lot of CODs.
Yeah,
I've played COD 3, Modern Warfare 1, 2, 3, Modern Warfare the reboot.
Black Ops 2 was fun for me.
Yeah, Black Ops 1 and 2, 3.
You know what? I think all the Black Ops are really good.
Far 4.
Which I remember
Far 3
pissing
and
off
4.
my cousins quite a bit with Black Ops
Yeah.
2.
And then obviously Cold War. And I must be honest, even I have to be honest, I said I would never buy Call of Duty because I don't understand the word of compression of files.
Yeah.
To be honest, they still don't. But even I have to be honest, Call of Duty Cold War is one of the best Call of Duties in years. The story's brilliant. I would actually say it's one of my favorite stories ever of Call of Duty. And
Yeah.
I mean, Vanguard is terrible, and I have to be honest. I think, yeah, I have to be honest. It's probably another good example. But then again, I didn't buy it when it was ready to come out. I didn't buy it at the time because I mean, it's a good example in a way because I didn't buy it at the time because I didn't decide I want to buy it. Because I mean, it's the same with. I would actually say then Modern Warfare goes under that because I lived it and then I hated it once they kept making the file updates ridiculously high because of the Warzone. So I lost love for that game.
Yeah, that's fair.
Even though I loved Gunfight, which was a brilliant mode they added in, and the story was pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, I really enjoyed the story on that one actually. Probably one of my favorites.
That's a good example. I should get thinking about that.
But yeah, I literally played Cold War once, and then if it wasn't for Alex making me buy it again, I never would have.
No.
And I feel like I would have missed out on some good zombie gameplay, some good campaigns, some good multiplayer. So yeah, fair play. It's it got good.
I mean, the only other Cold I would say may go under that is Black Ops 3. Because
yeah,
while the zombie mode's great, because there's a lot of them, I cannot stand the multiplayer and the story because it has nothing to do with Black Ops 2 or 1 at all.
No, that's true.
I can agree with that.
Yeah,
wholeheartedly.
One name you go, and that's how you link it with like, well, seriously, that's how you link it. I mean, 4 doesn't even count because it's not. But no, even I have to be honest, I mean, that's more of a like what I call with Mandela, but then again, I never really liked it anyway. I mean, and I still really don't like it. I mean, the only reason I go back to it sometimes is because of the zombie mode. But I'm not a huge fan of it. I only do it because like some of us do the zombie games on that.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I have no interest.
No, that's a fair point.
Fair.
Very fair point. And I think that actually takes us to a good place to wrap up today's video. So I have been the faceless one. I've been joined by Larry and Peach, and we will see you all next time for another video here on the Essex Wolves Esports YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. Remember to leave your comments in the comment section down below as well. If you've got any examples that we may have missed out or you just want to let us know, drop them in the comment section down below. Remember to thumbs up the video, subscribe for more. We will see you next time. Peace and love, and share. Share with all your friends, or even if they're not your friends, share it. Make them watch it. And we will see you all very, very soon. Goodbye.